Could you just talk about who sets up the budget? Who do you work with, and how did you come up with what you came up with?
Right. So it's a committee effort, really. The finance committee for the school district is made up of the president, vice president, and Mr. Tripp. We came together 3 different times and opportunities to talk about some of the priorities that really kind of roll over from previous years, the program preservation and staffing appropriately. Also looking at health and safety issues and concerns. So those were really the biggest priorities. Obviously, we're continuing to grapple with what you project to be state aid numbers and what the funds are going to be, and then how are we impacted locally with a tax levy, because that really is what many of our board members are focused on in terms of the impact of the local taxpayer with this. So we looked at all of those pieces. We had several meetings with our own budget and building administrators to look at some of the needs that they saw in their own buildings. I will say, that the budget that's before us is not something that meets everyone's needs or every program need in that regard. The initial number that we came out with after meeting with our budget administrator was over $82 million. So to get to a $78 million and change budget was not an easy task with that. But you have to make tough decisions about preserving those programs and some of the priorities that exist around preserving them. I think if you're talking about the people who work in here every day, I think they'll look at it for the realistic viewpoint that it is for the taxpayer and the people who are consumers of this, the parents and the students. I think it does show that we've worked together as a board and as administration to say that we've looked at those priorities and addressed those and tried to keep the interest of the taxpayer in mind when we were making those decisions as well. Although, honestly, that's not my primary interest. My primary interest is to provide the very best program that we can, but at a cost that's acceptable to the community. So that's the second piece of my priority.